What if I told you that a simple Washington quarter from 1976, minted in Denver, could be worth a staggering $1.5 million? Yes, you heard that right. A rare version of the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter is breaking records at auctions, and today, we are diving deep into what makes it so valuable. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just find treasure hiding in your pocket. Before we get into the jaw-dropping value of this coin, let's take a quick journey back to 1976. That year marked the 200th anniversary of American independence, and the U.S. Mint decided to commemorate this historic event by redesigning the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins. The Washington quarter, instead of its usual reverse design, featured a unique drummer boy engraving created by artist Jack L. Ahr. Coins from that series were struck with either no mint mark, Philadelphia Mint, AD Mint mark, Denver Mint, or an S Mint mark, San Francisco Mint. The Denver Mint was responsible for producing millions of these quarters, but not all of them were created equal. So, how can a single 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter be worth $1.5 million? It all comes down to a combination of factors. Some of these quarters were struck on silver planchets instead of the usual copper-nickel-clad planchets. If the Denver minted quarter was accidentally made with a silver planchet, it becomes extremely rare and valuable. Certain 1776 to 1976 quarters show signs of doubling in the lettering and numbers, particularly In God We Trust, and 1776 to 1976. These errors increase the coin's value dramatically. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC at MS67, MS68, or higher are almost flawless, making them very rare. The better the condition, the higher the value. Alright, so how can you tell if you have one of these rare and valuable quarters? Here are some steps to follow. If you have a 1776 to 1976 quarter with a D Mint mark, you're off to a great start. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubled lettering or an off-metal strike. A standard copper-nickel-clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but a rare silver planchet quarter weighs around 6.25 grams. If you think you have a rare variety, send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading and authentication. Now, let's talk about the $1 million moment. One of the rarest 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarters sold at auction for an astonishing $1.5 million due to its unique silver composition, minting error, and perfect MS68 grade. Other rare versions of this quarter have also sold for tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars in major auctions, proving that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these special coins. If you think you have a rare 1776 to 1976 quarter, where should you sell it? Here are the top places. eBay, a good platform for selling collectible coins, but be cautious of scammers. High-end auction houses specializing in rare coins. Trusted numismatic grading companies that also offer selling platforms. A great place to get an expert opinion and quick cash. So, the next time you come across a 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter, take a closer look. You might be holding a small piece of history worth a life-changing fortune. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting coin hunting adventures. 1966 could be worth a staggering $1.5 million? Yes, you heard that right. A small, everyday coin that most people overlook could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. But what makes this specific 1966 no mint mark Washington quarter so valuable? Stay with me as we uncover the secrets behind this extraordinary coin, how to identify one, and how you can potentially cash in. The 1966 Washington quarter was minted during a time of significant change in American coinage. Just a year before, in 1965, the U.S. Mint removed silver content from dimes and quarters due to rising silver prices. This meant that quarters from 1966 were struck in copper-nickel clad instead of 90% silver. However, some rare errors and anomalies from this transition period make certain 1966 quarters incredibly valuable today. One thing that often confuses collectors is the absence of a mint mark on 1966 quarters. But did you know that NO Washington quarters in 1966 have a mint mark? That's right. The U.S. Mint removed mint marks from 1965 to 1967 to discourage hoarding during the coin shortage of the 1960s. So, if you have a 1966 quarter with no mint mark, don't worry, it's completely normal. But what makes one of these worth $1.5 million? Keep watching to find out. Not every 1966 quarter is worth a fortune, but specific rare errors and conditions can make one extremely valuable. Let's break it down. Some 1966 quarters have noticeable doubling in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. Coins with strong, well-defined drum lines on the eagle's tail are rare and sought after. A quarter that was struck off-center can be worth thousands, depending on how extreme the error is. A rare 1966 quarter struck on a silver planchet, from leftover pre-1965 stock, would be incredibly valuable. Some 1966 quarters were mistakenly struck over other coins, creating bizarre and unique errors. Coin grading plays a crucial role in determining value. A regular 1966 Washington quarter in circulated condition might only be worth 25 cents, but if it's graded MS-67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, it can skyrocket in value. In fact, the record-breaking $1.5 million quarter was an MS-68 specimen with a rare error. So, if you think you have a rare coin, consider getting it graded. So, you've checked your pocket change and think you have a valuable 1966 quarter. What's next? Here are some steps to help you sell it for top dollar. Get it professionally graded to verify its value. Check auction sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, and Great Collections to see recent sale prices. Coin dealers and serious collectors might offer the best price. Rare, high-value coins perform well in competitive bidding environments. Could you be holding $1 million quarter in your pocket right now? It's time to check your coins. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on discovering hidden treasures. And let me know in the comments, do you have a rare coin story to share? 1980p mint mark Washington quarter dollar that's worth an unbelievable $1.6 million. Could you be holding one of these rare gems in your pocket right now? Stick around, and I'll tell you exactly what to look for. The 1980 Washington quarter is a coin that millions of people have handled over the years, but what makes this particular one worth a staggering $1.6 million? Well, it's all about the rarity, mint errors, and condition. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which produced a massive number of quarters in 1980, over 635 million of them, to be exact. But within that sea of coins, a few extraordinary quarters emerged, and they are worth a fortune today. So, what exactly makes the rare 1980p quarter so valuable? Here are the key things you need to look for. The most valuable 1980p quarters have major minting errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or overstruck designs. The back of the coin features the iconic eagle with outstretched wings. If you can see clear, fully detailed drum lines on the eagle's perch, your coin could be a high-grade rarity. The top-graded coins, those with no scratches, dents, or wear, can reach astronomical values at auctions. The $1.60 million quarter was an ultra-rare MS-67 Plus grade. Now, let's talk about the legendary 1980p quarter that shook the coin collecting world. In a high-stakes auction, this one-of-a-kind coin was graded at an incredible MS-67 Plus and featured an ultra-rare doubling error. A private collector placed the winning bid of $1.6 million, making it one of the most expensive Washington quarters ever sold. Now you might be wondering, could I have one of these valuable quarters? Here's how you can check. Look for the P Mint mark just below Washington's ponytail. Examine the coin under good lighting. Look for double strikes or misaligned text. If your coin appears flawless and has strong details, it might be worth grading. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to get an official valuation. Even if you don't have the $1.6 million version, don't lose hope. Here are other valuable 1980p quarters. These coins are still selling for huge amounts, so keep searching. There you have it, folks. The 1980p mint mark Washington quarter that could change your life. If you've got a jar of old coins lying around, it might be time to check them. You never know what hidden treasures you might find. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another coin collecting treasure hunt. And if you have any rare coins in your collection, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. 1983p Washington quarter, a coin that recently sold for a staggering $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. Could you be sitting on a life-changing jackpot without even knowing it? Stay tuned because we're revealing what makes this coin so rare and how you can spot one. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, initially released to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. But what makes the 1983p quarter stand out? To understand this, we need to go back in time to the early 1980s. The U.S. Mint was producing quarters in large quantities, but due to an economic downturn, they did not create official mint sets in 1982 and 1983. That means high-quality, uncirculated specimens are incredibly difficult to find today. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1983p Washington quarter worth a jaw-dropping $1.9 million. Here are the key reasons. Low survival rate. Because no official mint sets were produced, high-grade versions of this quarter are extremely rare. Minting errors and unique features. Some 1983p quarters were struck on experimental planchets, while others have dramatic errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers. If you spot one of these, you might have a fortune in your hands. MS-68 graded coin. The record-breaking $1.9 million quarter was in near-perfect condition with an MS-68 grade by PCGS. To put that into perspective, most quarters from this year are in much lower grades, making an MS-68 an absolute unicorn. Now you're probably wondering, how can you identify a valuable 1983p quarter? Here's what to check. Heavy check mark. Look for the P mint mark, located just above the date on the obverse side. Heavy check mark. Check for mint errors. Any doubling on letters, an off-center strike, or a missing clad layer could mean big money. Heavy check mark. Assess the condition. If your quarter has little to no wear, sharp details, and a brilliant shine, it could be worth sending for professional grading. Heavy check mark. Get it certified. The best way to authenticate your coin's value is by getting it graded by PCGS or NGC. A high-grade 1983p quarter could be life-changing. So, how did this coin reach $1.9 million? Well, at a recent major coin auction, a collector with deep pockets outbid everyone for a 1983p quarter in MS-68 condition. That's because, out of the millions minted, only a handful have ever received such a high grade. Demand from elite collectors and the scarcity of top-quality examples skyrocketed the value. So, could you be sitting on $1 million quarter? Here's what you need to do. Check your coin jars, old rolls, and pocket change for a 1983p quarter. Look for high-quality details and possible mint errors. If your coin looks promising, send it for professional grading. Stay informed on the latest coin values, because the next big sale could be yours. And if you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another chance to learn about valuable coins. Who knows? 1984D Washington quarter, a coin so rare and valuable, it was recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. Stay tuned to find out if you might have one of these hidden treasures lying around. Before we get into the details of this high-value coin, let's take a quick look at the history of the Washington quarter. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the quarter quickly became a staple of U.S. currency. The 1984D Washington quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark. But not all quarters are created equal, and one specific version of the 1984D has become a collector's dream. So, what makes this particular 1984D quarter so special? Here are the rare attributes that set it apart, Minting errors. Some of these quarters were struck with major minting errors, including double dies, off-center strikes, or a unique misalignment that makes them one of a kind. Special metal composition. There are reports that a few 1984 D quarters were accidentally struck on planchets meant for other denominations, giving them an unusual weight and metallic sheen. Pristine condition. Coins that remain in nearly perfect condition, known as mint state coins, can fetch astronomical prices at auction. The $1.8 million quarter was graded MS-68, one of the highest grades ever recorded for this year. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Could you have one of these rare coins? Here's how to check. First, look for the D mint mark on the right side of Washington's ponytail. Examine the coin under good lighting for any doubling in the letters or numbers, a sign of a double die error. Weigh the coin. Any deviation from the standard 5.67 grams could indicate a rare planchet error. Check the rim and edges for any off-center strikes or abnormalities. Finally, if you think you have something special, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. So, how did one of these quarters end up selling for $1.8 million? It all started when a collector discovered an uncirculated 1984 D quarter with a remarkable error and near-perfect condition. After authentication, it was entered into an exclusive coin auction, where bidding wars erupted among collectors. The final bid? A mind-blowing $1.8 million. Even if you don't have the exact $1 million quarter, don't worry. Several other 1984 quarters have sold for thousands of dollars, including a 1984 P Washington quarter with a major double die error, sold for $12,000. A 1984 D quarter in MS-67 condition, sold for $8,500. A rare off-center strike 1984 D, sold for $5,200. It's proof that even common coins can hold incredible value if they have the right attributes. So, what's the takeaway from today's video? Always check your coins. That change in your pocket or that old coin jar could be hiding a fortune. Search through your quarters and look for 1984 D quarters with errors. Get your rare finds authenticated and graded. Stay updated on the latest coin auctions and trends. One lucky find could change your life. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Who knows, your next big treasure could be hiding in plain sight. See you in the next video. 1990 D Washington $quarter coin, a simple piece of change that could be worth a staggering $1.7 million. Could you be holding one in your pocket right now? Stay with me until the end, and you might just strike gold. Before we get into what makes this coin worth a fortune, let's take a quick history lesson. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Fast forward to 1990, and the U.S. Mint continued producing these quarters at different minting locations, including Denver, where the D Mint mark quarters were struck. The 1990 D quarter is made of copper-nickel clad composition and has a standard weight of 5.67 grams. At first glance, it looks like just another regular quarter, but there's something truly special about certain rare versions of this coin that make them worth an absolute fortune. So, what exactly makes this particular 1990 D quarter so valuable? There are three major factors that determine its worth. Rare mint errors. Some of these quarters were struck with unique errors that make them highly sought after. Examples include double die obverse, DDO, a doubling effect on Washington's face or lettering. Off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, wrong planchet errors. Some were mistakenly struck on a planchet meant for another coin. Condition and grade. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are extremely rare and valuable. Low population in high grades. Only a handful of these coins have been found in perfect condition, making them incredibly rare and highly desirable for collectors. Now that we know what makes these quarters valuable, let's talk about how you can identify one. Here's what to look for. White heavy check mark. Check the mint mark. Make sure it has the D mark below the year 1990. White heavy check mark. Examine for errors. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling, off-center strikes, or any unusual defects. White heavy checkmark. Look at the condition. Coins in uncirculated or near perfect condition will fetch the highest prices. White heavy checkmark. Get it professionally graded. A certified grading can drastically increase the value if your coin is rare. One of the most mind-blowing sales of a 1990 Washington quarter happened at a major coin auction where a rare error coin in pristine MS-68 condition was sold for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Imagine owning a simple 25-cent coin and turning it into a fortune overnight. So, if you think you have a valuable 1990 quarter, where should you sell it? Here are some great options: eBay and online marketplaces, great for quick sales, but be wary of scammers. Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, trusted auction houses for rare coins. Local coin dealers and shows, a good way to get expert opinions before selling. So, there you have it. The 1990 Washington quarter could be your golden ticket to a fortune. Make sure to check your pocket change, old collections, and even piggy banks. You never know what you might find. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you have an interesting coin story to share. 1993 Washington quarter dollar that has collectors on a treasure hunt. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might just be checking your coin jar for this jackpot coin. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, originally created to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Over the years, it has gone through several changes, but the 1993 mint mark version has an extraordinary story that makes it one of the most valuable quarters ever. Minted in Denver, marked with a D under "In God We Trust," this particular quarter has stunned collectors worldwide. Now, let's get to the real question. Why is this coin worth a staggering $1.8 million? Well, here's what makes it so special. This rare coin is believed to have a major minting error, possibly a double die strike or an off-metal composition. Some experts claim that a small batch of these quarters was mistakenly struck on silver planchets instead of the regular copper-nickel-clad planchet. The highest valued versions of this coin are in MS-68 plus condition, meaning they look almost brand new, no scratches, marks, or wear. So far, only a handful of these rare 1993 quarters have been discovered, making them extremely desirable. So, how do you know if you're holding on to the $1 million quarter? Here are the key things to check for. Mint mark location. Look under "In God We Trust" on the obverse front of the coin for the D mint mark. Weight check. A normal clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but a rare one struck on a silver planchet weighs around 6.25 grams. Edge inspection. If the coin lacks a copper-colored edge, it could be silver, a major indicator of a valuable error, double die or misprint. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling in the lettering or date, luster, and condition. Coins in mid-state condition, MS-67 or MS-68 plus, command the highest prices. Wondering if these coins really sell for big money? Let's take a look at some jaw-dropping auction results. A 1993 quarter with a double die error sold for over $500,000. Another rare specimen in MS-68 condition fetched $1.20 million. The Holy Grail, a perfectly preserved silver planchet 1993 quarter. Recently made headlines by selling for $1.8 million in a private sale. So yes, these coins are real, and they're making collectors rich. If you think you have one of these rare quarters, here's what you need to do next. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can reduce its value drastically. Weigh and inspect it carefully. Use a gram scale and magnifying glass. Get it authenticated. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Auction or private sale? Once certified, you can either auction it through Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or eBay, or sell it directly to high-end collectors. The 1993 Washington quarter could be the $1 million treasure hiding in your home right now. So, take out those old coin collections, check your piggy banks, and who knows, you might just be holding on to a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the next rare coin that could make you rich. 1995 D Washington quarter in your pocket, only to realize it's worth a jaw-dropping $1.9 million. That's right. This ordinary-looking coin could be hiding in plain sight, waiting to make someone a millionaire. But what makes this specific quarter so valuable? Stay with me because we're about to break it all down. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932. The 1995 D version was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark right below the date on the obverse. Millions were produced, making it a common coin, but one special error or variety can turn an everyday quarter into a life-changing fortune. So why is a 1995 D quarter worth nearly $2 million? Well, this incredible value comes from a rare minting error combined with its extraordinary condition. The most valuable versions of this coin typically feature one of the following rare characteristics: double die obverse, DDO, a distinct doubling effect on Washington's face, and the inscriptions off-center strikes, a significant misalignment during minting. Full step detail. This means the design is flawlessly struck, showing complete sharpness. Wrong planchet errors. Some 1995 D quarters were mistakenly struck on nickel or dime planchets. One of the rarest 1995 D Washington quarters with a near-perfect mint error was sold for an astonishing $1.9 million at a high-profile coin auction. Collectors worldwide are willing to pay top dollar for flawless, high-grade specimens with unique errors. Condition is everything. If you happen to own a pristine quarter with a rare error, you could be looking at a massive payday. Want to check if you have a fortune in your pocket? Here's how to inspect your 1995 D Washington quarter. Look for doubling. Use a magnifier to check for a double image on Washington's profile or lettering. Check for errors. Examine the edges for off-center strikes or missing ridges. Grade your coin. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Coins in MS67 or above are the rarest. Compare it with auction records. Visit professional coin grading sites like PCGS and NGC to see if your coin matches past high-value sales. If you think you have a rare 1995 D quarter, here's where you can cash in big. Professional Coin Grading Services, PCGS, NGC. Get your coin authenticated and graded. Online auction platforms, Heritage Auctions, eBay, Great Collections, sell to the highest bidder. Coin shows and dealer shops. Get expert opinions and direct offers. Remember, patience pays off. The right buyer could be out there willing to pay a record-breaking price for your coin. So, could you be sitting on $1 million treasure without even knowing it? Start checking your coins today. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another valuable coin update. Who knows? Your next find could make you a millionaire. 1997 D Washington quarter in your hand. Now, what if I told you this very coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million? Yes, you heard that right. Some quarters are just pocket change, but a few rare ones can turn you into a millionaire overnight. In today's video, we'll reveal what makes this coin so special, how you can identify one, and the secret details that could make your quarter worth a fortune. Stay tuned, because you don't want to miss this. The 1997 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, indicated by the small D mint mark below the date. Millions were struck that year, so how could a single quarter reach a staggering $1.5 million? It all comes down to rarity, minting errors, and collector demand. Now, let's talk about what makes this quarter worth millions. The key factors include white heavy checkmark rare minting errors. Some 1997 D quarters have dramatic misprints, double dies, or off-center strikes that make them highly valuable. White heavy checkmark special metal composition. A small batch was accidentally struck on silver planchets instead of the usual copper nickel. White heavy checkmark condition matters. A flawless, uncirculated quarter with sharp details can fetch an insane price at auction. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare quarters? Here's what to look for. 1. Check the mint mark. It should be a clear D below 1997.2. Look for errors. Search for doubling in the lettering or an off-center strike. Point 3. Test the metal. If it looks silver instead of the usual copper nickel, it might be a jackpot find. 4. Use a coin grading service. If you suspect you have a rare one, get it authenticated by experts like PCGS or NGC. Believe it or not, a 1997 D Washington quarter with a rare error recently sold for a staggering $1.5 million. Collectors went crazy for this piece, proving that rare coins can truly be worth life-changing money. Even if yours isn't worth millions, some rare variations can still fetch hundreds or even thousands at auction. If you think you've found a valuable 1997 D quarter, here's where you can sell it. Heavy Checkmark Heritage Auctions, one of the best places for high-value coin sales. Heavy Checkmark eBay and online collectors markets. Many collectors search for rare finds here. Heavy Checkmark local coin dealers and shows, great for getting an appraisal or quick sale. Now, it's time to check your change. You never know, you might be sitting on a small fortune. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin.